Hello everybody, Mr. Kaczynski here. We're going to do the last skill in section F of IXL's 8th grade math today. Here we go. Estimating cube roots. Okay, so what about the cube root of 7? Well, on the low side, I know that 1 cubed is 1. And I think on the high side, 2 cubed is 8. So 7 is right there between 1 and 8. So the cube root of 7 is between 1 and 2. So 1 and 2. That's the basic principle we're going to use for all of this. Kind of go low and high like Goldilocks and the Three Bears kind of stuff here. All right, what about the cube root of 49? Well, let's see. 3 cubed is 27, and 4 cubed is 64. So 49 is right there between 27 and 64, so between 3 and 4. All right, then they stopped giving us choices, but it's the same idea. 110, the cube root of 110. So on the low side, I know 4 cubed equals 64. And on the high side, 5 cubed is 125. So they do say between what two integers? So between 4 and 5. And then finally they ask us what integer is it closest to. And we've seen this a couple times already. We know that 4 cubed is 64. That's a little bit too big, but it's really close to 60. That if we go down any, we're going to go all the way down to 27. And 60 is a lot closer to 64 than it is to 27. So that's why we're going to say it's closest to 4. And also don't forget, we can take cube roots of negatives, okay? It doesn't change the process too much, but I know that the cube root, we'll look at this a little bit differently. The cube root of negative 225, actually how about 216? The cube root of negative 216 is negative 6, and if that's a little bit too big, but if I go smaller, the next one under that would be negative 125, which is negative 5. And isn't 195 closer to negative 216 than it is to 195? It sure is, so that's why we're going to say negative 6. Last one, same thing though. Cube root, I would go with negative 64 is negative 4. I think that's going to be our answer because that's too small, but if I go above that, I'm doing the cube root of negative 125 to get negative 5, and negative 64 is a lot closer to negative 74 than negative 125 is, so that's why I'm going to choose negative 4 as my answer. All right, that's estimating cube roots. Good luck, and let me know how it goes.